In this video, we will look at supporting action submission through the online map. To create supporting action, you simply go to the Create PMP Field Data button, and you will see that all of the options for creating various supporting actions will be present here. You can choose whichever option you want and draw it into the plot. We have made the process of submitting supporting actions a little bit easier this year in that many of the fields will be auto-populated when you create a supporting action. However, we do still need for you to provide us with the number of units or the length or area of a line or polygon that you are requesting in the supporting actions. There are a couple of useful ways that you can use to get an accurate measurement of the length or area of a supporting action. The first of these is to simply click on the polygon in question if you are submitting, for example, invasive species removal or any other supporting action that takes the shape of a polygon or covers an area of space. So if my supporting action was going to cover the entire polygon or habitat plot, I could simply click on that habitat plot and the area should appear here. Alternatively, if I am just creating a supporting action that covers part of a plot, I can use the measure tool to measure out that area. So for example, if I'm just concerned about this part of the plot for my supporting action, I simply use the measure tool to draw the area in question, and I can see that that's 1.34 hectares. I can then clear that area and go ahead and create my supporting action, or I can choose to leave that area measurement there as a template for my supporting action. So I can then move over to the Create PMP Field Data button. I am going to choose for this supporting action rhododendron low cover, and I simply follow the lines of the template that I've already drawn. And the pop-up window appears. Farmer ID and plot ID will be automatically populated based on the area that you drew your supporting action. You will need to fill out surveyor, survey date. The action will be automatically populated based on the action you chose, and the unit associated with that action will be automatically populated. As I already mentioned, you will need to fill out the number of units. So in this case, it was 1.3 hectares that we measured. The cost funded is automatically included. So that is the cost that we will fund. So all we need is one calculation, just the number of units times the costs that we are funding of that action. I don't have a calculator, so I'm just going to do a little estimate. And then we're asking you to give us the main objective of that supporting action. So there's a drop-down menu available here, and we basically just want the overall objective of this supporting action. So in this case, I'm going to put down rhododendron or invasive control. And we'd also just like a comment. So this is just a brief justification for why you're choosing this supporting action. So by providing this information to us at this stage, it just means that it is a lot easier for us to assess the supporting action, and there is less over and back between ourselves and you in terms of trying to figure out if a supporting action is appropriate or not. So here I might just write stop further spread of invasive species and improve habitat quality of plot. The status will be auto-populated as proposed. All actions are proposed until such time as the Pearl Mussel team have a chance to review them, and they will then either be approved or declined. And when they go through that process, they will be assigned their own unique ID, and we will populate that once they've gone through that process. All of these fields are required, so you won't have the ability to press the save button until you have completed everything. So when you're done, you just click save and your action is submitted to us. Please do take care when you are drawing areas or lines for your supporting actions. Even though you are filling in the number of units in the supporting action pop-up box, it is the actual shape or the actual length of the line that we will use for our final calculations for the farmers. So if you, for example, fill out on the create window box that you want 4 hectares of invasive species control, but you only draw 2.5 on the map, it's the 2.5 on the map that we will be using to calculate the final payment. So please just take care to draw as accurately as possible the areas and lengths of lines for your supporting actions on the online map.